Crypto market about to start its first full week of 2022, and we got a lot to talk about because a brand new report came out from Arcane Research about their major predictions for 2022, where they see the money going, what they see with institutions, and a couple of things we need to talk about with technical indicators. So we're going to go over all of that, and let's just jump right in. Overall, crypto market right now has just been oscillating between a $46,000 support and a $47,500 resistance. We've been seeing Bitcoin's price really just trading between this over the weekend as we start to get ready for the first full week of 2022. And typically during the weekdays, that's when we see higher volume. Weekends, a lot lower volume in the crypto market. Weekdays, a lot higher volume. So not expected to see any big movements until the week finally starts. And we've been talking about this for a while. One thing before we get into this report from Arcane Research is going to be with the RHODL ratio. What we're seeing with this ratio is historically, it has accurately predicted the tops of and bottoms of the market. These red zones are the top of the market. Green zones are really the bottom of the market when we typically see the best buying opportunities, just buy and sell zones. And right now, the key thing to remember is that in this third cycle, we've not yet seen this RHODL ratio reach this sell zone yet. We have not seen it indicate that we have reached the top of the market just yet. So anyone who's a bit concerned about where the market is right now, I would say look at this model. This model has accurately predicted buy and sell zones every single time, and we have not yet seen it reach this red zone just yet, meaning that we have not yet reached the top of the market, and this is in line with what a lot of people are saying about the lengthening cycle. And if you haven't heard of this theory yet, lengthening cycle, basically what it says is that with crypto, 2013, first bull market, that cycle, when you look at it, it was a lot shorter. The second cycle back in 2017 was a little bit longer. Third cycle, a little bit longer. Why is this? Why are we seeing each cycle getting a little bit longer? Well, first and foremost, what I think is because we're seeing more money in the market. And when you see more money entering a market cap's getting a lot higher. Bitcoin, almost being a $1 trillion market cap asset. When you start to see market caps get higher, things get a little bit slower. It takes a little bit longer for us to see these price movements just because there's so much more money involved in the market. So this makes sense. Seeing that, okay, the first cycle took about a year. Second cycle, about a year and a half to peak. Third, it makes more sense to be about 2 years. So when you see these trends take place, it makes sense why we're seeing this lengthening cycle. It's not that I'm bearish on crypto, that crypto market's going to crash right now, because all indicators say that we have not yet hit the top of the market. And on top of all this cycle is obviously different because we're seeing institutional investors pour billions of dollars in when previously we had never seen that before. So when you look at this model right here, RHODL ratio, you could see that we have not yet reached the top of the market, and historically this has predicted it. The one thing I wanted to point out today, though, is going to be with Arcane Research, because recently they just released their entire analysis for where they see crypto going in 2022. And a couple important things I saw from this report. So first thing is that they talk a little bit about Cardano and XRP, and they predict that Cardano and XRP are going to fall out of the top 10. Cardano really had, even though people said, for much of 2021, it was trending downwards, still it had a great year, because back in 2020, it was less than 20 cents per coin. We saw it still well over 10x from 2020 to 2021, even more than that, depending on when you got in. But the key thing here is that they're predicting that XRP and Cardano are going to fall out of the top 10. Reason for this is because we've been seeing a lot of other layer one ecosystems continue to grow. And they talk about this, like alternate layer ones like Terra Luna and Phantom were both up over 13,500% in 2021. So they're expecting that this trend is going to continue to happen. And unless something major happens coming out of Africa with Cardano or anything with XRP and its legal battles, they expect those to drop out of the top 10. Me personally, what I believe is with Cardano, I think we're going to continue to see its community grow and continue to see it develop, but I do think we are going to see some other higher yield returning investments in 2022, for example, like Polygon or Cadena or even Sol. So it'll be interesting to see what is happening with a couple of layer one ecosystems, but they're predicting that layer ones are going to continue to outperform Ethereum, and that Cardano and XRP are going to fall out of the top 10. Next thing they talk about is a little bit of what's going on with Bitcoin versus S&P 500. So S&P 500 had its best year ever, up over 28% in 2021, and they're predicting that Bitcoin is still going to outperform the S&P 500 in 2022. So this is pretty, bullish sign. And I think simply by the fact that institutions are going to continue to pour more money into crypto, that alone is going to make it yield higher returns than the stock market. So that I also agree with. And then the last thing that they're predicting is going to be what is going on with NFT gaming, metaverse cryptos. They believe that traditional gaming companies are going to increasingly add NFTs, and they're going to try to transition more to that GameFi space, gaming and cryptocurrency space. Personally, I think we're going to see that happen, but also I think this is going to be the year where we see a lot of metaverse cryptos really take off. We've talked about a number of play-to-earn NFT games, metaverse games, and I think these are going to continue to grow over the next year. So right now, those are their predictions, but one thing that's very important on top of their predictions is someone else who made a prediction who's very bullish on crypto, and that's the president of El Salvador. President of El Salvador came out and said that Bitcoin he's expecting it to rally to $100,000 per coin in 2022. So he says more legal adoption will take place in about 2 or more countries, he thinks, and these, in my opinion, are probably going to be countries like Panama and Paraguay, and there's Tanzania. There's a couple of countries right now that have been doing a lot of work getting infrastructure set up for crypto, and also been talking a lot about it with legislators in their country. So I think we're definitely going to see a couple more countries make Bitcoin legal tender, as it has been a success for El Salvador, and I think we're going to continue to see El Salvador continue to double down on their Bitcoin positions, add more money to that. So for all of these reasons right now, even though we have not yet seen Bitcoin really make that big move just yet in 2022, it's only been the first couple of days, and between institutions, between mass adoption, between technical indicators, we should see a top of the market take place in 2022 higher than that $69,000 per coin that we saw in 2021. So it's just going to take a little bit of time, but right now, I have not sold any of my crypto positions, very bullish on the overall market, and I just want to share with you this report from Arcane Research, and also what the president of El Salvador had to say as well. So let me know your thoughts on the overall market, but I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. See ya.